Welcome to Lesson 6 in our series on the 8 deadly thoughts. This week's deadly thought is anger. Now, the passion of anger can be classified with sadness, since it too is not an appetite like our first few, but is concerned with our relationships with other people. The desert fathers and mothers treated only the anger that arises from injuries we have suffered or think we have suffered from others, and which can so possess us that anger becomes a permanent disposition, needing very little to set it off. The very thought of those who have hurt us or who we think have hurt us fill us with hatred that ignites the burning passion of anger. So something to think about. Ever known anyone who got angry very easily and held on to anger? How did that anger negatively affect their lives? Did you want to spend much time with that person? Jesus told us that even an angry word to someone is like murdering them in our hearts. Our anger at a person, like our lust, can end up dehumanizing them. We can become so consumed by anger that we again only focus on ourselves, our hurts, that we can't see or connect with those around us. Over and over again, the deadly thoughts lock us into ourselves, our needs, our wants, our hurts, our feelings, me. That's the opposite of the gospel. Sometimes, however, anger is a healthy response. Jesus and God are shown to get angry in the Bible just like we saw with sadness. We should get angry at oppression and violence and cheating. That anger should be expressed, but should be expressed in connection with God. But anger that's not connected to God can become self-destructive. It can lead one to act unjustly as well if it starts to possess our thoughts with desire for revenge rather than yielding to a desire for reconciliation and rehabilitation. Even our anger at, say, oppression can end up consuming us and destroying our relationships with others and even with God. Though we are not supposed to just allow ourselves to be continuously abused in the process, anger can serve us when it leads up to make a positive difference in others or our own lives. But anger is dangerous when it changes us for the negative. If we get angry at being abused, so we begin to abuse others who are weaker than us. In some cases, we need to be angry enough that we are being abused that we walk away from that situation. I'm not going to be a doormat for anyone. That's a good use of anger. But when we're abused and we're angry at that, so we want to find someone weak and hurt too, that's when it becomes deadly. So something to think about. What is something that gets you the most angry? Do you think it is justifiable anger? How can that anger lead to positive results? And how can it lead to negative results? Often when you think about what angers you most, it usually comes down to one of your core values. One of your core values is being threatened. So it's sometimes healthy to look what makes you angry. Discover that value, and then see what does that mean for your life. How can you promote that value in healthy ways so that anger doesn't just take over your life? And that might actually overshadow the value you care so much about. Hope to see you next week.